Hello, just one spell tubers, and welcome back. Let's play Final Fantasy Renaissance Minimus Challenge with me, BlueAnkylo. We only have one spell each, and you may notice I get a single level up between episodes. I just went and beat up some mummies, because I figured, hey, if we're going to go fight a powerful undead boss, maybe we should have Fire 3 and Harm 3 too. Maybe speed that up a little bit. In terms of general prep for Lich fight, well, there's not a lot status-wise we can do. He resists status, and death, and poison, and all that stuff. So, if you had like a non-elemental, you could theoretically sleep to him for a single turn. Non-elemental sleep, stuff like that would work, but mostly not that important. Protection from ice is nice, stops him from ice 2 immediately, and lightning 2 eventually, fire 2 eventually. I don't think the Lich fight will be super difficult. We do have his weaknesses on a couple spells, so mostly just getting there, you know, the usual. So let's see if we can get there. Yeah, definitely enjoying this group composition so far. It's, you know, not the strongest team, but I do like my themes. I'm a very themed Ankylo, and I like it when a party kind of has a vibe, you know. I still think, generally speaking, white and green mages are pretty low tier for power in Renaissance, but it doesn't mean they're not fun to play with. You know, it's all good. Alright, well, here goes the start of the hard stuff. I don't think I'm going to be exploring super thoroughly. There's like a mage masher, a dagger that's good against spellcasters, you know, there's a couple things we could loot, but I don't think it's worth the steps, given the random encounters can be probably worse than the Lich. That is maybe one criticism, I would say, of Final Fantasy 1. Just, you know, it's not Renaissance fault, it's just the old school NES game. There's definitely a lot of dungeons where the random encounters are more threatening than the bosses, and that isn't great. I did buy some heal potions as well, as you'd expect, just prep for the dungeon. I guess most dungeons, the boss fight is still pretty threatening, like the wizards, vampire lich. I mean, the vampire's not that bad, but I don't want to be stuck here forever, so let's just blast them. But yeah, I would say, even in like the water shrine, a big pack of ghosts or big water elemental pack, probably more threatening than most Kraken fights. So it's the unrunnable, really annoying random encounters that have hit you real hard, or I don't know, just really annoying enemies. Like sorcerers with trance and death touch, and mages with the rub spell. Those guys tend to be more frustrating than the actual bosses. This is an annoying group. Maybe we just run. If someone was turned to stone, I wouldn't even want to get the win. I'd rather run away with a stone friend. Like that. As long as not everybody gets turned to stone, please. We might be dead. This is bad. This is real bad. Well, hey, look! An ambush by cockatrice. Probably worse than the Lich, you know? They stoned half the party before we got in action, and basically, I think I had one chance to run and we failed, basically, so. Cool. Cool. Jerkbird's return. It's been a while since I've had a 4-man party killed by a stone. My argument is using Lightning 2 would very reliably kill them all, but it would risk mixing up my nicely even leveling up experience curve. So, the first fight, that's why I chose to run. The second fight, we didn't even get an option, so there was no choice. There's nothing the Green Mage could have done on that one, I don't think. You cannot use soft potions mid-battle. Even the soft spell doesn't work. So, you know, classic Earth Cave. Just get me ready for upcoming ice, you know. Just get me ready. Don't want you to think the run is easy or anything. No, no. Yeah. Good turn order, good escape. It was our first stun dead pack. At least with stun... Oh man, not again. At least it was not an ambush, so not as bad. But yeah, the stuns, like, mostly hit Red and Fran. And if they keep... Like, they can keep hitting the same people over and over again that are already stunned, which gives Yuna a higher chance of getting a turn and using Calm. The Cockatrice, once someone is stoned, they won't target that anymore. So it funnels the attacks into the survivors, which does speed the death loop up fast. However, I don't think there's any Cockatrices on this floor, so we're pretty safe. I mean, mostly. We ran away too fast. I had to take a drink. Right. Almost there. Come on, team. I always forget the exact encounter table on this final floor, but I generally feel like it's not that bad. Like, as far as, like, instant death fights. Less stun, less stone, less wizards, maybe. Okay, do I want to go Rune Sword for 5? I think the 5 damage is more than made up by the effectiveness. And we could haste and temper up. That's another solution as well. Not really status kind of affliction type fight. It goes ice first if it's going to do magic. So we'll try to get anti-ice up. Maybe I'll fast up red after all. So it looks like Regen does seem to go first most of the time. 120, not bad. It's 400 HP boss, so not too bad. We even got ice, A-Ice up before it cast it. Eventually it will do Lightning 2, but that will take a while. And Fire 2 eventually as well, but... Oh, Blink is single target. Oh, I thought it was multi-target. Maybe this wasn't the best pick. I was thinking of the summon spell that Fenrir that was on everybody. Even Reflect is single target. Yeah. There's some questionability there, I guess. Anyway, we've got anti-ice. Let's just see if we can kill, honestly. That's 200 damage, harm 3, and 192. So, turn 1, we could have had red attack, harm 3, fire 3, 192, 193. That's almost 400 damage. If red could have swung for like 10 or 15 damage, that would have won the fight on turn 1. So, unfortunately, the protective... I mean, ice... You know, we did survive an ice 2 cast, but we could have probably survived one of those anyway, even without the spells. Oops, that was not what I meant to click. At least I didn't exit game entirely. Okay, well that was, other than the jerk birds, that was pretty smooth. So we'll pick up the canoe, and then what order do we want to do the triple? We got Volcano, Ice, and Ordeals. In this group, we're pretty well set for Ice Cave compared to some teams. But Ice Cave is pretty mean. Volcano doesn't get us very much, but we can probably kill Carrie pretty easily just by paralyzing her. Probably. I might just do Volcano quick. Oh, right, I should re-equip my Silver Sword. We could do the, you know, official order, like the canonical order, not the sequence break, because I think normally you are supposed to go to Volcano before Ice, pretty sure. Is there any loot in Volcano that will help us? And I can pick up the Ice Sword, I think pretty sure the Red Mage can equip that. At least once promoted for sure. We're not going to have access to level 6 spells for a little while. Probably need like 2 2 or 3 more levels. Just for thinking purposes, it's pretty likely we go Lightning 3. Power Word Stun is garbage. Quake is okay, but I think Lightning 3 is far more reliable. And for the White Mage, probably Exit after promotion. And then for the Green Mage, probably Shell 2 is actually quite good. Yeah, that one is a really nice spell for endgame spellcasters. And magical damage counts for like Dragon Breath, lots of stuff, all the skills and spells. Like Invis 2 stacking is good, but we'll get the White Shirt and stuff. Fog 2 is decent, but Soft is garbage, and I think Exit and Shell 2 are the big winners there. Now, the Red Mage could also learn Exit. The Red Wizard, that is. I think... Let me double check once more. Just like last episode. Red Wiz, what's your level 6 availability? So Lightning 6 or Lightning 3 is at level 6. They can't learn Quake though, which is unfortunate given the Saboteur trait that you don't learn the status affliction instant death. But we could also get Lightning 3 on the Red Wiz, or Invis, Fog, or Exit. I mean, that means the White Mage wouldn't need Exit either, because the Red Mage could take it, and then White Mage could take Invis 2 or Fog 2. But I guess it just kind of trades off. Would you rather have another Lightning 3 caster, or more defensive spell casting? Probably not a big difference, really, at the end of the day, but that's kind of the choice we'll have later. I suppose the main advantage of doing Volcano is levels and, money, you know, big old bucks. Now, we don't have life, and we're fairly low level. So, if we find Paralists, they might just kill us and GG. We're probably at the point where we're a fairly low level. You know, we killed the Lich at level 12. I'd say that's usually my normal 4-man group. Because that's the point where you get level 5 spells. I think that's usually the minimum, I would say, for an average group. If you're really strong, or you don't have spellcasters, you can go earlier, but... on normal mode, anyway. Ow. Hydras are really rude, by the way. I think we just skipped the entire... like, most of the dungeon. Because there's not a lot of treasure that's worth picking up, other than to sell. Dang it, these... Alright, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. You don't run away, just save your game, sort of thing. Lots of ambushes and just taking too much damage. Pretty sure faster to reset like that, basically. Okay. Round 1, fight. The lava will burn, but it will prevent us from getting encounters. There's a reasonable chance we just die, so grinding XP is probably not the way to do it. Maybe one extra step here. This is runnable, right? Yeah. Let's make sure our weakest people have a little bit of healing in them, just in case. Still just running on silver bracelets, you know, not super good defense. I think I'll loot this floor, because it's pretty easy. This is a trap Agama tile I always forget about. Well, I don't always forget about. I often forget about. Thinking we could use this to regenerate up a little bit. Sure. This is how weak we are. We have to temper up against the Agama. Dragon Sword actually would make a difference. Oh, there. That's not bad. That's good damage. I mean, did we really heal up very much with Regen? No. Our Hydras also might count as dragons for the Dragon Sword. Pretty sure they do. This room, I think, is garbage. Basically garbage. That's the worth it weapon, yeah. That's a pretty big upgrade. Not quite up to 3 swings, but... Ow. What a rude worm. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to equip flame shields or anything. That's pretty much... The sword is the only real upgrade we're going to get in here. I could also pick up, like, the flame armor just to sell it, I guess. We're not going to get very many level ups if I don't take any fights, though. Top right is garbage, if I remember correctly. This room is also pretty garbage. Lots of Agamas, but the treasure is bad. I would say this party isn't really set up for Agama grinding. Like, you can always fight them, but... Agamas are weak to ice, right? Yeah, so the Dragon Slaying Sword's kind of moot if you've got an Ice Sword anyway. Ice Sword has better base stats and still effective. So I'm not sure there's any difference between, like, elemental weaknesses and family weakness. I think it's the same, but I could be wrong. Alright, unless we're close to a level. Not really. Do we just kill Carrie and get out of here? It's kind of speedrun strats a bit. Whiz Ogre, you might not be able to run from them. We'll save 1 fast for Carrie. Maybe I should have saved a fast for like a red giant or a twin fire elemental battle, which would be annoying. But we're here. Such a short dungeon when you don't do much looting. All right, Carrie, take a break. Let's make sure. Yeah, I thought Blink would hit everybody. Let's make sure Vivi lives a turn. And yeah, the white mage is not going to do much. Let's get that fast up immediately. Oof, oof. Okay, we got the paralyze off. We're good. That should be all we really needed. Yeah. I mean, she could recover pretty quick, but hopefully she will. 600 HP. Still paralyzed. 180 damage. Not too bad. Yeah. I mean, free prey healing is still fine, but... yeah. It's kind of doing heal 2 levels healing already. Aw, paralysis wore off? I mean, we've done about 400 damage. We could go for another hold. But it might be better just to go for an attack. I don't know. Could go for, like, an exuviation just to get rid of the anti-fire on someone. Green Mage, what are we doing with you? Also, now... Lightning 2 will do some damage. Let's just go for the... Maybe we sleep her for a turn. Buys me a turn. We get the paralyzed anyway. Slept and paralyzed. Woke up whilst paralyzed. Sure. Alright, let's try that exuviation now. Might as well. We can get 3. We get anti-fire, anti-poison, and Never mind, she's dead. Classic. Exuviation, by the time you get it set up, never matters. Are you serious? One-step fights? Come on. Ooh, I got it good that time. I promise I don't have the encounter table actually mapped out. I'm just done this enough that I've got a pretty good vibe. And if sometimes these river fights just really stink. Like, you get so many ambushes and they're hitting hard. And yeah, I don't have to explain it. You guys know. I got one more Fire 3. Might as well use it. Well, Volcano certainly felt like that wasn't too scary. Now, we dodged all the really bad stuff like Paralisk, so don't get too overconfident. Don't get too cocky, kid. We did get the Ice Sword, which I think pretty much obsoletes all these other ones. Yeah. The base damage and hit rate is just so much better. That's a tough sell. Flame Shield we can never use in this group. Might as well stock up our heal potions, and still nowhere near ready for level 6 magic. So yeah, I'd say we're doing things at a pretty low level now. That was a low level Volcano for sure. Ice at level 12 is actually quite spooky as well. Let's not do Ice at level 12. I'm going to save Ice for last. As much as finishing Ice gets us access to the sky and ribbons and promotions and all that, it's also the worst of the three by a pretty large margin. So we'll save him for last. Oddly enough, we'll get another Ice Sword, but... Oh, hey Gaia, how you doing? Nice to see you there. Ocean battles. Annoying. Time wasting. Wish the enemies would just leave us alone at this point. Alright, we're here. Let's-a go. So usually, you know, normally we don't have a huge struggle with this in a 4-man group. It's never free, though. 4-pack of Medusa could theoretically one-round us, turn us all to stone. Not very likely, but it is possible. Mummy, mummy, mummy. The Wiz Mummy won't go down to a harm 2, but this should clear out everything else. Actually, it could go down, I think, but we need a really good roll. Alright, fine then. I guess we kill you. How much, just for curiosity, how much HP do I have to chunk through? Not that much. It's already taken 100 damage. 120. Yeah, that's not bad. We can get our Zeus's glove. We'll save it for a little bit later. No big rush. Nightmare fuel, not really worth the fight. Heal staff I don't think is equip worthy, but I'm gonna give it to the Green Mage so they have something to do. Should have equipped that immediately. This fight can be really rough too, but we got away! Nice. It goes to Fran because she takes twice as many attacks as Yuna. So enjoy that extra 9 absorb. We got a preemptive strike. Very lucky. Thank you. That's a bad one. Alright. Zeus's gloves. I will give that as... Could be good for either green mage or white mage, depending on what I want. I will let the heal staff is so minor. It's not really even as good as Prey, I don't think. I'll give it to, basically, we have Lightning 2 for free, Prey for free, and Heal 1 for free. So, most people have something they can do if I don't want to spend any spells. And the Red Mage can always swing and be okay at swinging. Big fight. Not really much we can do there. Maybe we try to make sure Yuna doesn't get hit and paralyzed. And she harms. And we burn. This should be pretty quick, though. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We could probably win that fight again if we wanted. Let's fight him one more. Just for fun. Famous last words, right? But, if a Fire 3 can one-shot them, then a Bluffed Harm 3 can probably do it too. Could. Just didn't. So now you have access to, like, other tricks like that. Lightning 2, yeah. Okay, cool. If we had double Zombie D, we probably would have leveled up, but... Alright, level 12 ordeals, also not that bad. Well, all the easy stuff is dealt with. Ice Cave it is. We could probably get a level up on some Sphinx. I don't know, can they poison you? I don't even know if these guys do anything. I feel like they should do something, but... Maybe we just... Just blast them. You'll see the difference between a item magic cast here and a black mage cast. It's not going to be very close. Even at our current level, which is very low, about twice as effective. Probably ice would have been good to use as well. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Level 13. Good, good, good. Okay, still no level 6 slots, but we did get a second level 5 slot. Gonna go, I think, just to Elfland to sell some stuff. It's a shorter walk than going to Crescent. For encounters, at least. Don't need 2 of these. Yeah, we got lots of money. Maybe we will still end up going to Crescent just to... Well... No, now we might be better off saving our money for Protect Rings and Gold Bracelets. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't love it. I don't love level 13 ice, but I guess that's what we're doing. Famous last words, right? I can do the baby manipulation strat and guarantee no sorcerers or mages, assuming I do it right, and we don't waste any steps, which is probably as good as we can do for easy encounter manip. Alright, not too bad that time. Made it through my Rivers of Doom. Alright, well, theoretically, if I remember correctly, all we do is Hard reset. Skip 2 fights. And then just don't mess up your step route. Sure, we get stoned immediately, but that's not the worst one. Well, it's annoying because reordering everyone is a little time-consuming. Just don't take any extra steps. We're just gonna fire off a harm 2 when we find undead packs, I think. There'll be a few. Ambush, of course. I'll save the fire 3 for the big ones, where there's like 9. Honestly, our run chance hasn't been too bad. We've been escaping pretty efficient. There's a flame sword here. I'm not going to bother, I don't think. Very rarely better than the ice sword. Less stats, but different element. This fight sucks. It's not as full of specters for, you know, 3 hits paralyzed, but we got away. If only I had that kind of luck in a solo run. Double Frosty, that's really rude, actually. Yeah, that can kill us. Yeah. One shot. I had him at full health, too, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that's a really rare bad encounter. It's good that you can run, but I feel like I'm not on my step route if I'm getting double. This is actually unrunnable. Dang it! My XP! I don't even know if we win this fight, actually. Without Fire 3 access, this might be a wipe. We got really bad turn order. Really bad turn order. Yeah, absolutely the worst turn order possible. Well, turning it around, but still pretty rough. The fact that the Zeus's glove killed the wolves pretty well helped. I mean, this group can have a lot of frost wolves, like I think 5, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. I think. So I guess we're lucky that we didn't get the max size group. Well, this is the first time where having the life spell would have made a difference, so take a drink if you voted for life. I think Harm 3 is more reliably useful, but... Another really annoying fight, actually. Wow, just blam, stone, blam, stone. Ah, we're toast. There's no way. Well, Ice Cave's gonna Ice Cave. Okay. Let's, my encounter manipulation didn't feel particularly effective, but on the other hand, we weren't getting killed by mage ambushes, so there's that. Try that again. Much smaller group of annoying birds. Whoever decided Ice Cave needed to be this annoying, you know, why? It's not because I'm too low level, right? No, I'm off my steps. That was 2 extra steps. We'll see if that makes a difference. That's way too many, though. 9 power. If there's ever a battle to use Fire 3 on, I'd say this is it. I know we have to deal with the eye as well, but... Come on. Yeah. If I had Fire 2, would have been fine, but... Maybe I overreacted on that fight. It's possible. This one's pretty chill as well. Well, let's find out if the dragons show up and murder us again. I mean, if we're on the same step count, it should be the same encounter, but it could only be one dragon. And... we didn't fight a dragon at all. Why? I don't know. Weird. Ow. Maybe I try to keep Vivi from dying. There's not a lot I get to say about it if the giant decides to kill him, but... Fragile Black Mage, classic. Alright, but we didn't get any dragon fights at all that time, so that was better. Yeah. Here, this is, maybe we... Yeah. The Green Mage has a really bad run chance. I mean, everybody has a bad run chance except maybe Vivi. We're at 13 out of... Or, sorry, it's 18 divided by 28 or 29, something. Still pretty good. 13 out of 28 or 29 is a little under, like, 40% maybe. Let's just try to do this quick. Alright, Eye is likely to brack someone immediately. I think we just go for damage. And nothing else really matters. I guess you bonk them. And yeah, I already used all my good fires. I mean, if we get good turn order, fast could work. I think it's not immune to status, right? You could definitely try to hold it. Its magic defense is quite low, so if you aren't trying to rush it down with damage, that would probably be reasonable. It chose death by basically wasting its turn. Okay. Still have the Ice Sword equipped. Just did really low damage, which was weird. That was preemptive, I believe, so free run. Another unrunnable fight. Cool. No, the turn order again. I mean, at least they didn't kill anybody. So this is why... I hope I have successfully established why anti-spells are usually garbage. The Green Mage does seem to get a big bit of an improvement because of their priority system, but yeah, that is such a garbage turn order. And that is so classic for the anti-spells, you know. We know they're going to use ice, so we use anti-ice, but they go first, and therefore we die. Alright, sorry White Mage. Life Spell wouldn't have helped on this run. Nothing I can do about that one. Just get good. These unrunnable fights are getting pretty annoying. Alright. So, just a couple more fights and we'll be free. I guess we'll do a tiny bit of looting. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Can't run this one. The good news is we get 2 casts of lightning too if we get a turn. Yeah, the unboosted version, it's okay. That's like the vanilla lightning 2 damage. The Black Mage Renaissance version is way better. I think we'll be good now. Sorry, White Mage, you'll forever be out of sync with the rest. By 2,000 XP about. Still, we made it on, was that the 2nd attempt or the 3rd attempt? It could have been a lot worse. It was still pretty rough. I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I just don't like having my my levels losing sync, you know. Thank you, game. I have nowhere I want to be. Didn't I say it's like 40% run chance for everybody or something? What the crap is going on? When you fail like 9 runs in a row at a little under 50-50 or so, start wondering what's going on. Okay, don't worry, we'll get you resurrected in a minute. First, we're just gonna get this little airship. Little bit more important than your life. Alright, so bring up our White Mage. Just a little speed bump there. Heal up. We have enough money for a bunch of Protect Rings, which is probably what we'll buy. I would like to get 2 more gold bracelets, but still not ready for level 6 spells. Alright. No point buying them yet. We can also get promoted, so let's start with that. There's lots of stuff to do. This is the fun part of the game. You get to fly around and do everything without having a million random encounters. We'll go here first. This Dragon Isle has some pretty good money. The rest are mostly garbage. And we do still need money. 5,000-ish. There's another, I'd say like 15, 16, 17,000, somewhere in that range. We're back in the endless dancing mad music. Not bad, just not what I want to listen to for an entire episode. Alright, we found that rat tail. We are now cool dudes and dudettes. So, big differences. There's a couple more things the red mage can equip. Very little new for the other mages. Mainly we can access the higher level spells, and that's about it for this group, I think. Actually, I think Green Mage Unpromoted can still learn almost all of their magic anyway. I remember reading, like, they might have the only job that can learn a level 8 spell unpromoted, actually. Not like it matters, unless you're doing some kind of no promotion challenge, but... Alright, yeah, I'm gonna prioritize the Protect Ring, because we're not gonna get any for free until very late. And, that's just what I want. We're gonna go get an Opal Bracelet for free. It goes to the Red Mage, though. So I still need to buy 2 gold bracelets, I think. But, money, you know. This is protection from death and a nice armor upgrade anyway, though, so double whammy. Alright, 7 extra absorb, no more instant death. Nice. Might as well sell the ice pick. That's a little bit, not much. Okay, we'll look at spells later. Doesn't really matter yet. So I think Waterfall And then probably save up for the bottle, because we can't really do much else until we get it. Yeah. Man, tigers are mean on my black mage. Everybody focusing down the black mage on the bottom. It's like they know. Again! Focus fire. What are they, taking out my mage? It's like they're listening to my D&D episodes. Where I'm just like, focus the mage, don't let him cast spells. Some of these fights are pretty good XP, but I don't know if I think it's worth it. We don't really have a great way to kill mud golems. They don't... I think they technically, they're weak to water, but normally they don't have a weakness. And you just kill them with physical damage, but we don't have a great physical damage dealer. So many mud galls, though. I haven't actually fought a clay golem, have I? In D&D, I don't think I've definitely fought flesh golems before. One of the real reasons to have pro rings. Don't get squinted. Yeah, I fought, I think, a stone golem and a couple flesh golems before. You know what? We've got ice too. They are weak to it. We'll just blast them a bit. I'm trying to think where the next good, like, money XP, GP grind would be. It's probably not the waterfall. This trap tile is workable. I'm gonna just fight it, you know, once, but... Problem is we can get turned to stone, because we're not immune to... Well, I didn't get a turn, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? Even if I tried to run away, red would have been brutally stoned. Zeus's glove not even guarantee killing the... Yeah, bird. That's pretty rough. I don't know, whatever. Alright, damage dealt with, and birds dealt with. Fine. Sorry, our level ups are completely messed up now. Ugh. But even if I tried to run... Well, no, if I ran away, it would have been fine, but... You know, there's no guarantee you would escape. In terms of ribbon, I'm just gonna leave it on the white mage. It's the classic. That's the wizard staff. That's the confusion. And it is the best weapon we can equip on the black mage for a little while, I guess. Good chunk of money. And a better sword. Significantly better. Hey, we get an extra swing. Okay, good. Try this again, maybe? I don't know. Still, we can go back and... Oh, I forgot about that. We should go pick up Ruse and Bane now, actually. That's, yeah, don't forget that. Also, we've got more stuff. I haven't talked about that yet. We should look at those. Once we get out of here, maybe, before we wrap the episode up, we'll spend a minute on what we can do now. Assuming we get out of here. It'd be nice if harm did, like, some damage to non-undead. I mean, I get the point, but these mixed packs, it just feels like a waste. Alright, there's your other 2 level ups. You're welcome. Still, a level 13, 14 waterfall, it's still very low level. And honestly, if I'd gone and bought exit first, well, we couldn't cast it. If I had warp, if we had alternatively picked up the warp spell, we could just bounce out immediately, which would be smart. We do not. I guess we could see how our, Oh yeah, now we got benefaction charging up too. I'm curious how, like, the defense sword is gonna turn out. Like, that was... We didn't even need fast. That one shot. Wow. Even just a lowly red mage one-shots a mud golem. Mud golems aren't crazy strong or anything, but it still feels good. They did almost one-shot one of my guys. I feel like I've been forgetting to pick up Exit and Warp before doing Waterfall a lot lately. And it really is smart. Like, it cuts the dungeon in half, you know. It's pretty effective. But I was a little bit of a low level anyway, so. Sure, one Mudgall might as well. I mean, we're gonna need some money. We have to kill something. Alright, done. We have enough money for the bottle. We'll do that. Get that all out of the way. Hey, an ambush against Frigators. Albino, it means they're actually not weak to, they're not actually ice elements. They are not. I don't know if ice works very well, but I know they're not actually weak to lightning or anything, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. We do have access to like re-raise and all that good stuff. Yeah, we got some fun stuff now. I should look at that. Whatever lightning will do. These Frostgators are actually very dangerous if we don't kill them, though. And we didn't kill any of them, so they're pretty dangerous. Watch out. And we got them before they got a turn. Nice. Not a fight I normally take. Yeah, not a fight I normally take. 144 instant ambush. You know, I do make fun of the jerk birds all the time. Worms and wyverns also fly, but they're not that bad. Okay, we'll get the Oxyale quest out of the way. Then we will buy our low-level spells for our Red Mage, Red Wizard. Then, review our skills, because I gotta remember, I gotta refresh. Alright, but we're on pace to continue dungeoning. And we have cleared, like, everything up to this point, so we're pretty good. So my goal, I mean, I know for now we've got defense on the Red Wiz, which gives him free ruse, but he's going to change to the Sun Sword, you know, in a little while, and as his ultimate weapon, basically. And then we can give the defense to someone else for free, or keep it on him. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Control-y, the whippy is garbage. Great swords. Anything to sell here? Well, sure. Sorry. Water, gov, garbage. Okay. Right. So, yeah, I still think there's some potential for this, at least. It's not much. It's weird that you can't learn ruse until promotion on a Red Wiz. But, whatever. Done. And then, what was I going to teach him? I think Bane, right? Yeah. Instant death sweepers. We'll see how we do. Yeah. So, you know, enemies that aren't... It'll work really good in the water dungeon. A lot of enemies are not resistant to poison in the water dungeon, and this therefore works pretty well. Interestingly, like I said, he's behind in spell slots. The other spellcasters have 2 level 5 slots. He still has 0. So, well, he does, but... Okay, we're going to talk about the skills. So technically, the Red Wiz could already cast level 8 spells by switching, by swapping slots, basically. Which is neat, but it resets every time you do a long rest at an inn or a house. And it's an action you have to take in battle, which makes it a bit of a fiddly thing, but it is neat. Refresh lets other limits recharge, if there's good ones. And that's the only difference here. Green Mage now has Benefaction, which I generally think is garbage. It's like very complicated, lots of words to be like, as the Green Mage takes damage over multiple fights, it builds up, and then you can use this to heal a percentage of HP that doesn't generally make much difference. The barrier ability is pretty good. It's just instant wall for everyone, basically. Sort of. Well, it has effects. I don't know if that's... I actually don't know exactly how barrier works. If it's only statuses, then it's much worse than the wall spell. Because the wall spell is, protection from fire, ice, lightning, yada 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 as well. But we now resist stone. So when we get promoted, we don't get stone. Sadly. And I think that's it. This is such a minor nothing. Druidic bounty, barely even notice it. Normally, yeah. And first strike doesn't. This looks to be exactly the same. Okay. Okay. So nothing too new there, other than benefaction, I guess. White Mage gets the re-raise ability, which is pretty cool. So I don't even need the life spell. We just give re-raise to somebody. That's fine. We do have a full heal, which is very strong for the whole group, and that's it. And then Black Mage, we got Elemental Seal, which almost... So, the way I've read this actually means it ignores enemy resistances, I think. I usually just thought of it in terms of max damage. So, Nuke is like a 100 to 400 damage spell before Intelligence. So this would theoretically just make sure it's 400 damage plus your Intelligence modifier. But the way I understand it from comments, it also means not resisted means... nothing, including, well, I don't have any right now, but like a rub spell for instant death would count. So, in theory, it's a way to one-shot Chaos on turn 2 by using the skill on turn 1 and then just any instant death spell on turn 2. I've never actually tested that out. Maybe. I don't think Mana Font is very good, sadly. Spend a turn to not spend spell charges. Maybe for low level, you could find a way. I guess, like the Red Mage, this is probably a way to cast... Like, if I could afford a level 8 spell, I could pick up Nuke right now, use Mana Font, and then Nuke on the second turn. But, like... It's... That's, I can't really afford those kind of spells until I'm the level to cast them anyway, for the most part. That's it. Although there are... Maybe I should double-check the quests at Cranaria. I think the White Mage... Oh, they're actually really easy now that I'm thinking about them. Now that we're promoted, Green Mage goes to Sarda. I remember this one. We figured this out long ago. Warding Circle. Now we can save. That's actually one of the better ones. So this lets us save once per floor, which actually is really good. That's one of the redeeming qualities of the Green Mage for sure. Even if they're not great... That is one of the buffs they get. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember that the White Mage goes here, finds a diary, and learns how to cast life in the middle of battle. It doesn't really help us. But in theory, you can use life and life 2 to revive mid-fight. Which is good, but just don't die, right? Red Mage secret is the level 8 spells that are hidden. Black Mage secret is the other NPC, actually. Get all these. Now that I'm thinking about it. She accidentally shows you a trick! So, another trait. And this one's pretty good. Now, we don't have a lot of spells because we're specifically doing the Minimus challenge, but you can go fire, 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 and then fire 3 for huge damage. Or you can just go fire 3, fire 3, fire 3, and continually do more damage. But it depends if you're trying to save your slots. I feel like this generally doesn't matter, but it is another way to stack spells. It's another one of those MMO abilities, I think. I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 14 does something like that. In Final Fantasy 1, how many fights do you cast Ice 3 times in a row to get huge damage? Like, it just doesn't really happen. Okay, that's all the skills. We got a little bit of money left over, but I guess we could buy one of them. I would like both Exit and probably Lightning 3. So theoretically, I could use my limit, or whatever the skill is, whatever it's called. It's not the limit, it's the skill, and insta-death someone with Rub on turn 2. The fact that it still takes 2 turns to charge up generally still isn't my favorite. And we're going to be doing a water dungeon, right? So Lightning 3 is pretty good. And just having more sweepers is very helpful. So that's that. And then, yeah, later on we'll pick up Exit and Shell 2, both really good once I have a bit more money. And eventually we'll pick up level 6 spell for Red, but it's going to take a while. Well, like I said, he can actually cast them already by switching out spell slots. Like, he can take all 7 level 1 slots and put them into level 6 right now. And then cast them, but I didn't think of that. I guess maybe I should have taught him the spell. Okay, is that it? We're an hour in. I think next dungeon we go to water and clear out the mermaid floor. It would be really nice to get Exit or Warp or something, but I think we're just too low a level. We'll have to go do the water floor and walk out. Probably that'll give us enough money and maybe a level up, and then we can get the Exit and stuff set up for later. It's still good to have, but we're kind of... By finishing Waterfall and the Mermaid Dive, we'll be done the best uses of Exit, I suppose, but it's fine. Okay, well, let's call that an episode. So, a whole hour, we got like 2 level ups, but we did clear out a lot of the game, right? That's pretty good. So, low levels... Just use magic, right? Just be good at magic. Just checking everyone's intelligence. Bluff Bane with Saboteur, I do think is that's a turn 1 kill. That's better than a turn 2 kill if it works. So we'll call that here. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time.